The morning light is leaning on the wall across the hall, tracing out the empty space where you once stood so tall. I'm still drinking from the chipped mug that you bought me in July, finding comfort in the ghosts of every hello and goodbye. Now I'm just living in the shadows of your smile, trying to keep the feeling close for just a little while. It's the flicker in the hallway, it's the gold inside the gray, the only part of you that time can't take away. Yeah, I'd walk 1,000 miles just to stay here in the shadows of your smile. The world keeps moving forward, making noise out on the street, but I'm caught in the lingering rhythm of a heart that used to beat. I'd trade every bright tomorrow for a glimpse of yesterday, before the light went dim and you started to fade away. Just a shadow on the ceiling, just a whisper. I close my eyes and suddenly you're there in the shadows of your smile. Just a shadow on the ceiling, just a whisper in the air. I close my eyes and suddenly you're there in the shadows of your smile. I watch you breathing while the world is fast asleep, sowing secrets in the quiet that I know I'm gonna keep. It's not in the shouting or the vows made in the light, but the way I pull the covers up to shield you from the night. No grand gestures or gold rings on display, just a million little ways I choose to stay. These are my silent promises, my whispers in the dark, the ones that don't need lightning just to find a little spark. I'll be the floor beneath your feet, the steady in your soul, the hand that's always reaching out to make the broken whole. No words required to prove that you are mine. I'm writing silent promises, one heartbeat at a time. that never last, but we're a slow burn fire that's built to outrun the past. You don't have to ask me, and I don't have to say I'll love you in the silence at the closing of the day. Can you hear it? In the space between our breaths, my silent promise to every silent promises, my whispers in the dark, the ones that don't need lightning just to find a little spark. I'll be the floor beneath your feet, the steady in your soul, the hand that's always reaching out to make the broken whole. No words required to prove that you are mine. I'm writing silent promises, one heartbeat at a time. Tracing the outlines of shadows you left on the wall, still waiting for echoes of footsteps to fade down the hall. I keep reaching for hands that have already let go of mine, trying to bottle the sunlight we had one last time. Now I'm just a ghost in a room where we used to be whole, with a silence that's louder than any goodbye ever told. And it's a different kind of cold when the fire's been removed. Learning to breathe as just someone you love. 'Cause I don't know how to unknow the way that you laugh, or tear all the memories out of this old photograph. You move the horizon, now I'm lost at sea, searching for someone who looks a bit like me. Just someone you love. A name on a page, a turn of the key. Now you're just a beautiful lesson to me. Now I'm just a ghost in a room where we used to be whole, with a silence that's louder than any Oh, oh, I watch the city lights flicker and die in your eyes, while we traded our secrets like ghosts in a velvet disguise. The world is a rush, just a blur of a million faces, but you are the anchor that holds me in all of the spaces. So pull me in closer, don't leave any room for the doubt. You're the only story I never wanna live without. When the seasons get heavy and shadows start chasing the sun, promise me, darling, that we've only begun. Just hold on tight. Say you won't let go tonight. Oh, I've memorized every soft line on the palm of your hand, a map to a future I'm finally starting to plan. If I lose my way or the rhythm gets harder to find, I'll look for your heartbeat to leave all the chaos behind. So pull me in closer, don't leave any room for the doubt. You're the only story I never wanna live without. When the seasons get heavy and shadows start chasing the sun, promise me, darling, that we've only begun. Just hold on tight. They say nothing lasts, that the stars eventually fade, but I'd walk through the dark for the promises that we made. Don't let the distance become a wall we can't climb. Just stay right here till we run out of borrowed time. So pull me in closer, don't leave any room for the doubt. You're the only story I never wanna live without. When the seasons get heavy and shadows start chasing the sun, promise me, darling, that we've only begun. Just hold on tight. Say you won't let go tonight. Oh, through the highs and the lows. Oh, just stay. The curtains are thin and the first light is blue, creeping across the pillow to find its way to you. I'm holding my breath just to keep the world still, watching the shadows retreat from the windowsill. The dream I was having was beautiful indeed, but it's nothing compared to the secrets you keep in waking up to you. The coffee might bitter, the weather might change, the stars in the sky might start feeling strange, but as long as your hand is the first one I touch, the rest of the world doesn't matter that much. Open your eyes, the world's waiting outside, but I've already found home. Waking up to you. Waking up to you. The clock on the mantle is ticking too loud, like a restless heart chasing a cloud. I'm memorizing the way your hand fits in mine, trying to bottle the stars before they resign. We're built on a moment that's destined to pass, like breath on a window or sand through the glass. But I'll love you on borrowed time, with a rhythm that's yours and a melody mine. Even if the sun decides to never rise again, I'd spend every second wondering where you've been. The debt will come due, and the bells will all chime, but I'm rich just for holding you on borrowed time. They say nothing gold has the strength to stay, that the universe eventually takes it away. But I'd sign every page, I'd pay every fee, just for one more minute of you looking at me. Seconds are slipping, the shadows are long, but you're still the lyrics to my favorite song. Just borrowed time, only borrowed time. I'd spend every second wondering where you've been. The debt will come due, and the bells will all chime, but I'm rich just for holding you on borrowed time. Empty the pockets of every dream I ever held, to build you a kingdom where only our stories dwell. I was the match and the wood just to keep you from handed you my future before it even had a chance to unfold. I gave it all, every breath, every spark, every prayer. Left myself hollow just so I could find you there. I poured out the ocean to keep your spirit afloat. Now I'm just a drifter on a nameless broken boat. I didn't keep a piece for me, I didn't hold back a thing. I gave it all, and now I'm wondering what tomorrow brings. The walls of this house are painted in the colors of your life, but I'm sitting in the gray, trying to make the math turn out right. How do I end up with nothing when I put everything in? Losing the battle before the game could even begin. If love is a debt, then I've paid it 10 times over. Looking for a four-leaf in a field of dying clover. I'm a well that's run dry, a sky with no stars, just a collection of beautiful permanent scars. Everything I was, I gave to you. I gave it all. Now there's nothing left to lose. I'm finding fragments in the folds of your old coat, a movie stub, a handwritten note. The kitchen's too quiet, the air is too still. like a hollowed out house on the side of a hill. I'm sweeping up shadows and dust on the floor, looking for parts of the life we lived before. Now I'm just picking up the pieces of you, the gold and the shattered, the gray and the blue, a laugh in the hallway, sand on the breeze. I'm down on my knees for the small memories. I can't put you back no matter what I do. So I'm building a world out of pieces of you. They say that a heart is a mosaic of pain, held together by sunlight and washed by the rain. But I'm missing the center, the part that was us. Now everything's turning to stardust and rust. A little bit here, a little bit there. I find you in places I didn't know were there, just pieces of you, sweet pieces of you. I'm a collector of silver and a dreamer of gold, but I'm standing here empty with a story untold. I traded my pride for a seat at your feet, walking on water just to make us complete. Now the silence is heavy where your laughter should be, and I'm just a shadow of who I used to be. Oh, this poor-hearted love is a fragile thing, tying its hopes to a frayed piece of string. It doesn't ask much, just a reason to be, but you left it abandoned on a one-way street. It's rich with the memories of things we once knew, but it's bankrupt and broken since it lost you. I see your face in the glass of a storefront at night, searching for warmth in a pale neon light. They say that time is a healer, a friend in the end. But how do you fix what's too jagged to bend? I'm a king in a castle made of cards and of dust, watching the iron of our promises rust. You were the rhythm of the pulse and the pace. Now I'm just running a ghost of in the dark, in the cold. Just a poor heart in love, with no one to hold.